Hey guys, this is a Casablanca 20th Century Limited. I've done a video of one of these before with copper motor and cane blades. This one is antique brass, plain blades, and integrated light. This is not the original glass. It's just the first glass I happened to find opening up a box of glassware. I don't particularly care for it, so if anybody wants it, let me know. It's a K63 variable speed model. I think these were made in in variable speed and 3-speed. I don't think they were ever made in IntelliTouch or Comfort Touch or anything else. This one is unusual in that it is K63, but it has the hang-through canopy. I didn't mount it with the canopy, but that is the stock down rod that came with the fan that you see there. And I would have thought that was something that somebody pieced together, except this is the second one that I have that's like this. I have two. They're identical in that regard. So I guess that was a thing. They transitioned to hang-through before they used up all their K63s. One of the blades on this is a little bent. It's actually not the flywheel's fault. It's just a bent blade arm that probably happened when they took the fan down. They probably set it on the blades before they took the blades off. I tried to bend it a little bit, but I'm not going to spend too much time doing that. I don't want to risk breaking it since it's not a permanent installation here. We're just testing it. The housing got bent in shipping too, but I managed to bend it mostly back. That's also part of the problem, because occasionally the blade arm rubs on the flywheel where the housing is bent and the blade arm is bent and they come together. But for the most part I got it pretty good, so we'll see how that goes. Amp meter is here. That's what it's drawing with the 4 lights that are in there. Okay. Is that too dark? Do we need to turn another light on here? I always have trouble with these videos knowing which lights to use. Wrong one. I've had bad luck. Oh, knocked over. One of the modern fan companies got knocked over, but it didn't hurt anything. There we go. I guess that's a little better. None of my shops are ideally lit for videos. I've added a thing here and a thing there to make them better, but none of them are perfect because they're designed for other things. Okay. Have not messed with the variable speed trim, so we'll just see how it goes here. Let's just start out on the very lowest setting. We're not drawing any current. Let's tweak the control a little bit. Let's see if we're drawing current now. 0.06, that's not enough to get it going. Let's see where we're at now. 0.08. .1. I think it's moving. It's very hard to say. 0.12. It did move a little bit. Yep, because you see it's moving ever so slightly. I don't know if you can see that. That's way too slow for even be. Where are we at now? I mean, you can tell it's moving because picking up a little speed there. Such as it is. I think the blade bracket must be stuck binding against the housing, because now we're not moving at all. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, we're all the way up to to 0.3, that must be where the blade bracket binds. You hear it? That's the blade bracket and the flywheel binding against the housing. And again, when I install it permanently somewhere, I will repair that, but for a temporary installation. Now what I would do to repair the bent blade arm is, because it's a rubber flywheel, so it's very difficult to bend on there, I'd either put it on a metal flywheel and bend it, or I would just screw them into a joist like that, and then measure where the tip falls and bend them accordingly. Where are we at here? Same place, okay. Have to inch it very slowly because apparently the low-speed trim is quite a bit off, so every little hair of movement makes a difference. There's no current rating on the fan itself, but on the K63 motor inside, it's rated for 1.5 amps. It's silent with the variable speed control. Is that all the way? It doesn't seem like. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's high. I guess it's impeded a little bit by the rubbing. You can definitely hear it. Light and fan. Everything off. Haven't done anything to the bearings on this, and they seem okay. Before I put everything back together again, because I had to have the housing apart to repair the bent pieces. And before I put everything back together again, I did, you know, test the bearings, or at least by hand test them, and they seem to be great. So, which is a surprise when you're dealing with a K63 fan. K63 is not known for keeping its bearings in check, but it appears this one was, you know, they used the motor in these a little bit under spec. The Emersons that have the K63s that are 2 amps and up are definitely more problematic. I don't know if you can see in the video, I did tape a weight to the top of the bent blade so that it wouldn't wobble very much. I didn't do any trial in there or anything like that. I just found a random washer on the floor and taped it to the bent blade, and that's just what it was. I didn't even check to see, you know, how much better it made it or anything like that. But clearly it did a good enough job because it didn't wobble very much. Let's do it in reverse. We don't get to see K63 fans reverse very often. Some K63 motors weren't even reversible. So I'm going to tweak that a quarter of a turn, and we're going to see where that starts us off. We're at where? 0.27. That should be more than enough, because I think last time it started at right around 0.23. I guess we can drop it back down to 0.23, 0.22. Let's see what we do there. Let's stop it by hand and see. I think it would probably start, well, we know that from the testing it, that it would start lower than that if it weren't for the bent blade bracket and bent housing. Okay. Tweak it a bit. We're now up to 0.42. .85. Seems like it's more noticeable in reverse. You hear more of the friction. Huh, starting that already. And then high. Would like this a lot better if it had the proper canopy, so I'm going to try to remember to ask around and see if anybody has the proper canopy for it. Okay, thanks for watching.